to be able to interface with that app in the vehicle, so use the voice commands, use some of the other vehicle controls, to actually be able to continue to enjoy the content, but to do it in a way that they can keep the device in their pocket or in their bag and still focus on driving. What we announced yesterday was an extension of that program called our full developer program. And we have a website that's up and running, developerford.com. And we're really inviting now the developers to come work with us. We're making available the APIs. We've got a software development kit, technology development kit that actually provides the hardware so that they can prove out those apps. And essentially what we're looking for is content that is relevant, content that's high quality in a vehicle environment. So things like navigation, news, weather, traffic, obviously music and entertainment. Yesterday we announced USA Today as one of our new partners, Amazon Music is one of our new partners, to go with many others. And we're excluding things like video and games and so on, as you can imagine. Not a good thing when you drive, at least in the front seat. And I think it's going to be a bit of a game changer for us, actually. Just really.
You've taken a little bit different strategy. You just said it a minute ago. You use the phone as a way to put an app and then make it available. How did you guys think about whether you wanted to have it all in the car or tethered intelligence from the phone? You've got a bit of a hybrid there.
Yeah, if you go back 4 or 5 years as we were putting Sync together, we were really on the front edge of this trend towards more mobile devices, more, not even smartphones at that time, just basic phones. And then along came the smartphone, the MP3 music players and so on. So it was pretty obvious at that point that people were looking to be able to use those devices in the vehicle, but to do it in a way that was safe and a high quality experience. Looking forward, when I start to think about technologies like 4G LTE and what role that might play in the vehicle, first of all for us as a car maker, as a manufacturer, and it's great now that we've got a global standard, we've got a standard that's got some longevity to it. Clearly as we develop vehicles, we've got to look to them being 10 years plus in service and having the ability to keep them up to date with the latest software, the latest functionality through their life. So it gives us a lot of possibilities in terms of updates through the vehicle life, diagnostics. One of the features that we have on Sync is the vehicle health report. So you get information on the state of well-being of your vehicle and when you need to bring it.
Which is always good when it's a Ford. Right?
Yeah, and a lot of possibilities now also in terms of content that we can stream into the vehicle. You just mentioned, for example, rear seat entertainment. Although streaming content is absolutely not appropriate for the front, it's a huge opportunity for the rear passengers. So exciting times.
So what's on your list of where you want to take the connected car? I know you referenced sort of a cloud connected car. Where would you love to see that go?
Well, we did. Last year we brought to CES, I hope you got an opportunity to see it, a fantastic looking concept car. We called it the Ford Evos concept. And it was a study in terms of design, future design concepts, the powertrain and the connected car and the experiences we might be able to bring to our customers. I thought a good way to start the discussion, we've got a short video, if we could cue that up and roll it, and then we can come back and talk a bit about the car.
Take a look. for people watching. So you'll take orders for those afterwards?
I know you love it. You're number one.
Yeah.
So as I mentioned, there's a little bit of a study into the future, look into the future, but for us some very real concepts around our design vision for future fueled vehicles, some of the smart powertrain technologies that we can put into the vehicle, but really this concept of a connected car and how with a smarter set of technologies in the vehicle, we can provide a environment that from a customer experience makes for better and safer drivers, but at the same time we can start to add the type of content and experience that people really expect from their everyday life and just bringing it into the vehicle. So working with people like yourselves and other partners I think really opens up some tremendous possibilities for future.
What are the big technical challenges that the folks out here could be thinking about to bring a car like that? Not the manufacturing part as much, but the connectedness of it. What are some of the things that are high on your wish list?
Well, I think the first thing is not to think so much about the enabling technologies, but really the experience that we can deliver to the customers. And if we come back to the developer program, that's really what it's all about. You know, it's how can we bring high quality, relevant content into the vehicle and do it in a way that really enhances the ownership experience. And you know, you asked me about the sort of success and the, you know, what has been really good about Sync. I think one of the things is it is an open platform. It is device agnostic. You know, it's flexible. We're trying to make it easy for people to work with us and just together develop that future ownership experience. And that vision that we showed in EVOS is really where we're getting to. It's that personalized experience where the vehicle gets to know you as opposed to you having to get to know the vehicle.
Well, it looks like it's going to be a terrific vehicle, Paul, as with all Ford products, and we really appreciate you being here with us today. Good luck with this.
Thanks very much.
Okay, so you just heard how the connected car is becoming one piece of an intelligent environment that's giving us new tools for making transportation systems smarter. Now let's shift gears and talk about how we can use technology to make healthcare tackling our society's big challenges. Healthcare has to be. In this country alone, we spend $3 trillion a year on healthcare, and it's rising at more than 5% a year. In 2013, healthcare will consume 19% of the federal budget, more than any other single item. Half of our healthcare bill goes to just 5% of the population, much of that for the treatment of chronic diseases. Yet for all of this, the state of Americans' health has declined by almost 70% compared to the 1990s. Our industry has tremendous opportunity to use a connected ecosystem to address this problem in a powerful new way. Verizon is working with a lot of great partners to do just that. Let's talk to a couple.
Pixels. They communicate basic information. Disconnected, they are chaotic and random. This is like the current state of healthcare information. What happens when you combine millions of pixels? So imagine what happens when you connect data from patients, doctors, and devices.
We've been talking about it for 30 years, sharing medical information on a large scale. What's held us back is patient security, regulatory compliance, and data sharing. At Verizon, we've embraced these challenges. We do security exceedingly well. For years, we've had the scale, and now we have a platform that allows for instant data sharing and analytics via web portal, text messaging, video, enabled email, and mobile apps.
5 years ago, we were wallpaper. In some of our systems, we have more than 4 million distinct patients' records. Our vision is to have the information from all of our different electronic medical records brought together to create one single comprehensive view of that patient. Decision support, drug interactions, dosing errors, allergies the patients may have, all of the laboratory testing, all the radiology testing. We're not measuring the value in terms of dollars. We're looking at the value in terms of improved quality, errors avoided, and lives saved.
We're exploring the next wave. For 25 years, the Children's Health Fund has been delivering health care to homeless and medically underserved children across the U.S. We were pioneers in designing a mobile medical clinic, and we also pioneered electronic health records. Now, in partnership with the Verizon Foundation, we're pioneering an array of next-generation mobile solutions in healthcare. Wireless diagnostics, real-time interaction with medical specialists, patient engagement, and virtual visits on mobile devices.
We have the opportunity for a revolution in healthcare. Patients come to see me once a year. I have no idea what happens to them the other 364 days. We're going to use Verizon's connected technology to track our study participants' daily routines, their activities, and their medication compliance. And we're testing new solutions enabled by new mobile apps and new devices. How can we use technology to change eating habits? Can you really motivate people to exercise? And how do you best remind patients to take their medications?
What happens when you bring this all together? The human genome has now created for us an amazing opportunity to find the right treatment at the right time in the right place. The amount of processing is impossible to do unless you have an infrastructure like Verizon and the data system.